Samantha from Jessama Tutorials here, and today I'm going to be doing a silkscreen review on Helen Breil's Silkscreens. Now, she sent me a few, which I'm really thankful for, and I also was sent a few from Linda's Art Spot. So I was sent 2 from Linda, and these are the ones that I got, and then I was sent 3 from Helen Breil, and here are the ones. So you can see I've started using some of them. So anyway, I wanted to do a review on them, and so I'll start with the positives because there are a lot of them. And so the most interesting one that I found is the fact that you can actually use these silk screens any way that you want, or any way around that you want. So with normal silk screens you would have a shiny and a matte side, and the shiny side generally will go face down onto the clay if I'm not mistaken, and you'll get a little instruction pad like this and it will tell you which side you should use it. But with Helen Breil's ones you can actually use it any way you want, so you don't have to worry about accidentally putting it the wrong way around on your clay. And it also means for some of your textures, particularly ones that aren't abstract, so maybe like this one, you can get a mirror image on them, which is really nice for certain designs. So you might want to consider that in your design, maybe having some mirror images. And so that's the biggest positive I've found. I also have gone and had a look at some of the silk screens that she carries, and there are so many. There's a great variety of silk screens that she carries, and you should go and have a look. She also has some, she has photos of what she's done using her silk screens, and they're all really nice, and you should definitely go check it out. I'll provide a link to Helen Breil's website. Another thing is that they have some really nice patterns, like this Radiant Rays one is really nice, and this one's really nice. My favourite personally is this Night Wind one, and I'll show you some things that I have done using these silk screens. Another thing to think about is the fact that if I'm not mistaken, all of the silk screens have a texture stamp to match with them. I know that this one has a texture stamp and it looks really cool. You should also have a look at those. I've already done a review on Helen Breil's textures, so I'll provide a link to that one. Also, another thing that comes with those silk screens is the fact that some of them have more than one pattern in each. So you can see this one you've got 2 patterns. This one you also have a similar pattern, but this one looks like it's an enlarged version of this one, so that's also something that you should have a look at. And another thing which is really nice, because some silk screens don't have this, and unfortunately I have bought a few silk screens that don't have it. When you are buying a silk screen, you really want to find ones that have fine mesh, because these ones will give you much crisper detail. And you also want to look for ones that have borders around their designs, because I found with some of them that if there isn't a border around the design, the edges can start peeling up and it just causes some problems. So the nice thing about these ones is they're really crisp, they're really professional, and they will last you a really long time. So before we get onto the bads, I just want to show you some things that I have done using these silk screens. And here is some sheets, and I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to create these. So these are the 2 from the tutorial, as I've recorded that already, and I'll show you that next week. So this one was using her Night Wind one, which is this silk screen. Let me bring that over. So you can see it leaves a really nice pattern. And then this one is made using her Pills and Coffee one. So I'll be showing you how to create these veneers in next week's tutorial, and then the week after that I'll show you a project. And here is what the project is going to look like. So I just wanted to show you that. Now, there are a few issues with the silk screens, but not her silk screens in particular, because I actually have found nothing wrong with these silk screens compared to other silk screens. It's just problems that you might want to look out for with silk screens in general. So the first problem is that when you press your silk screens down onto your clay, you want to be careful not to roll it too hard so that the clay comes up through the mesh, because this mesh, these clear parts where you can see through, the clay can come through them, and unfortunately the clay gets stuck in them. I've had a bad experience with that with one of the not so nicer silk screens, and it's almost impossible to get the clay out, so you need to be careful when you are rolling these silk screens that you don't push on it too hard. So I like to burnish rather than roll. Another thing that is very avoidable, that's one thing that's very avoidable. Another thing that's very avoidable is to just be careful to not let whatever mixed media you're using dry in the silk screen. So for paint for instance, you want to make sure that you pop the screen down onto your clay, put the paint over, and you're going to want a squeegee, or excuse me, not squeegee, a card of some kind, and I just use this card that I have here, and you brush the paint across like that, and I'll show you that in next week's tutorial. And as soon as you're finished that, while the paint is wet, you want to lift this straight off, leave your clay, and go and pop this in a bath of warm water, not hot, just a pleasantly warm water, and gently wash off. You don't want to be scrubbing it because you will break the silk screen, because it is very delicate. Just gently burnish it to get rid of anything that's in the screen, and just flip it from side to side and gently burnish. So that's just something that I did want to point out. That's just something that happens with all silk screens. It's not anything particular with these ones. These ones I think are an example of a perfect silk screen for you to get, so you guys should really check them out. I want to get some stamps to match them eventually, and I'll probably be doing more projects using these silk screens, as they're really nice and they're actually turning out to be my favourite versions of silk screens so far. And so that's basically it for the review, and so I do hope that it was helpful to you, and do look out for the tutorial I will be posting next week showing you how to create these veneers. And just a quick heads up, we are going to be using Swelligant in the tutorial. No paint, no pastels. The silk screen is going to be used with Swelligant, and that's what this top effect is. So go get out your Swelligant and get ready for that tutorial. If you're watching this on YouTube, the tutorial is already out on Patreon if you want to go and have a look at the early release. It is on the $3 level, but you can wait for it to come out next week. Okay, and so as always, I do hope that that was helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye for now.